Well, good afternoon. Has everyone had a good morning so far? Having fun? Good times? Great. Well, you're on the right place for the Developer to Architect Chart Your Journey to the Summit. So I'm really excited about this. This track, my name is Suzanne Ford. I'm part of the technical enablement team and the product manager for the architect journey that I'm going to talk to you about today and how it ties directly into the developers that you all are. I'm really excited. This is my first time presenting at Trailhead DX, so really excited to be here. Presented at Dreamforce before, but my first time here, so very excited to see a full house. And there I am a ranger, so I want to, any rangers in the house? A few of you? 1, 2, how many hands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I want everyone to become a ranger. It's a great, 100 badges, and there you go, 50,000 points. Who's almost there? Anyone? A few people? Good. Good. We want to see more rangers. As with every presentation, we have our forward-looking statement. So just make sure that no purchasing decisions are made on anything that I talk about that hasn't become readily available yet. Only base your purchasing decisions on things that we have generally available. So the agenda for today, I'm going to talk about the 411 of the Salesforce Architect certifications, the architect journey that we launched last year. I'm really excited about the learning environments and the resources that we have. We've done a ton in the last year to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful. We'll talk a little bit about obtaining the credentials, how you get there, what there is, what the credentials are, some promotions and program updates that I want to share with you, and then how to engage with us, how to stay in the know about everything that there is to know about the architect journey. So over the past year and a half, we have gained a lot of certifications. Year and a half, anyone, any hands on how many certifications we had a year and a half ago?
6.
Close. 7. We only had 7. We have 26 right now. That's a huge amount in a short year and a half. You see a couple of the new ones out there as well. Separated all the way from administrator, app builder, developer, architect, consultant, and specialist. So that's a lot of information right there. How many are close to 26? Anyone? No one has 26? How about 20? Anyone have 20? Oh, you have 20?
22 or 23.
22. Wow. A round of applause. 22. And how many over 10? Over 10, I should see a whole bunch of hands. Good, good. Okay, no problem. So I'm going to focus today's talk on this session on just the architect one. And last year at this time, actually we started doing our designer exams in April. So there was only a few of them out there a year and a half ago. And we have all these are new as of a year and a half ago. And so we're going to talk about that and the importance for you on your journey as developers and how that really ties in together. Last October at Dreamforce, we also announced our new architect journey. How many have seen this pyramid before? Ah, more hands. I like it. So this is the way to the summit, the journey, and the stepping stones that you need to attain the highest level or the technical architect level. So we'll talk about that as well during this presentation. But tying that all together and tying about how it works with you as developers, what does that mean for you? So it's really about building your valuable developer skills. How many people here have your Platform Developer 1? So that means you're already a quarter of the way towards earning a domain architect level in the program, which is really exciting. How about App Builder? How many of you have App Builder? Good. How many haven't transitioned yet to App Builder? Oh, you need to transition. But this is really, a great way for you to gain that more holistic view of how the whole Salesforce ecosystem works and solve those customer problems. Not just working on the developer side, you can actually then really begin to expand your knowledge and grow that executive mindset, build your expertise in implementing that end-to-end solution, and address those really complex business problems that some companies have. It's also a great way to validate your skills and expertise and increase your marketability. And whether you start off slowly and just take your time at getting there, you can actually just do one at a time and make your own path. So now I'd like to show you some of our strategic framework that really helps our customers succeed. And this is the key to most of our customer success, is through architecture, through governance, and through transformation. You'll hear those words a lot as you get into the architect world. How to design, deploy, and grow the ecosystem. Just a few of them under design: target the architecture, do your integration patterns, make sure that they are sound within the solution. In deploying advanced product capabilities, and testing and tuning, what are your testing strategies you're going to implement? And then grow. Are you going to retire a system, any legacy systems? How is that going to work? Governance as well is important. Data management, roadmap and prioritization, multi-org strategy. Are you going to go with one org or two? Implementation oversight. A center of excellence is always important in any organization to set up to make sure that the right decisions are being made about the solution. Best practices. Scalability, high volume, and strategy. And then in transformation, really understanding the highest level here is the usability and adoption, especially with changing over to Lightning. That's extremely important as well. So that's the framework, the strategic framework that we have there. And how that ties into as you see up here, we have several different certifications that are the new ones that we just saw earlier. Data architecture and management, sharing visibility, dev lifecycle and deployment, identity and access management, integration, mobile, community, cloud, app builder, platform developer 1. The ones at the bottom on the right-hand side, system architect, application architect, and technical architect, I'll talk a little bit more about as well. So we're going to talk about the architect journey. And the bottom tier you see is about specializations. It's becoming a specialist and earning those specializations. And that's where I said some of you that have your platform developer 1 have already checked the box actually in both of the sides of the pyramid. So you'll see the darker purple and the darker green. There are 4 certifications that compile each one of those sides, and one of them is the platform developer 1. So congratulations to those who already have that. We'll talk about that in more detail. The second level is a domain architect. This is really about having that all-encompassing view of those 4 prerequisites. And the great thing here is that will become a certification you will get automatically if you have those 4 prerequisites. And then the top one is proving that you're a master and really becoming that Salesforce technical architect. So if we're just focusing in on the bottom tier, I'm just looking at the specialist, the designer exams right here. The platform developer 1 is at the bottom as well. But this is really where you start to master your Salesforce platform and build on your technical skills. This can all be done at your own pace, which is great. I know how busy everyone is. So you can actually specify areas that you're working on today. And the great thing here is that we reward you with a certification in that area. These are industry recognized certifications as well. So with 26 out there, it's always great to get one more. Then we can look at the application architect. So that's the left-hand side of the pyramid. And so these are the 4 that are the prerequisites are the data architecture and management designer, the sharing and visibility. Then you have your platform developer 1 and your application builder. So with those 4, the fantastic thing is that we will automatically give you another certification. So there's been sometimes people that pass that fourth one, and I said, you realize you have now a fifth one. So that automatically we're going to give you that. No exam is needed for that. And that was announced at Dreamforce last year. So super excited about that. The application side is a little bit more on the declarative side. So within Salesforce functionality, and that's why you see the platform app builder is in there as well. If we look at the other side, this is going to be more about deployment, integration with Salesforce solutions and external, as well as single sign-on. And that's why on this side of the pyramid we have development and lifecycle, how to deploy testing strategies, identity and access management, so how your mobile phone will work within a single sign-on into different systems, integration, and then we have that platform developer one as well. It's a lot of information there, lots of certifications. Where do you start? So we have an amazing amount of resources that we've made available to you. We're really committed to the Architect program, and over the last year, we've actually opened up so many more resources. I mean, there's ample amount of resources that is available to you because we're interested in your success. To get you started, if you see right there on the top left-hand side, Trailhead. So there are modules out there today that you've seen before on the developer side that tie in to some of the designer exams that we have going on. As well, we have additional ones that we're in the process of building. So you're going to see more and more Trailhead modules that are going to link directly to the Architect program, which is really exciting. I'm super excited about that. If we continue down the path, we'll talk a little bit in my next couple of slides about the ebooks, about the resource guides, about the digital learning pieces as well. So I'll go over those in a second. But I do want to talk about the peripherals here. The Architect, Success, and Partner communities, where we're very active in making sure that you have the latest and greatest information and resources. That's also a great way for you to connect with your peers that are having similar questions or concerns. You can actually connect with them directly there. We do have a practice org that is available to everyone that it goes through with the e-courses. And our exam study guides, there is one for each one, which also has great information on what to study for each exam. Going to the top, you see we have some webinars. We're going to be adding those to the success communities so that you can join in at any time on different topics. It could be LDV, it could be integration, it could be integration patterns, but we're going to have those available shortly. Then at the far bottom, which is brand new, which I'm really excited about as well, is the CTA preparation resources and workshops. We're starting a series of workshops that will be for people that are at the level of coming to the review board, in which you will get to talk with CTAs during this workshop. So huge improvement on the amount of resources we have for you. Again, a year and a half ago, there was none of this available. So we're really trying to create those stepping stones for you to be successful and to attain your CTA. So let me talk a little bit now about the resources that we have. And one of the things that we have is the certification guide, the Salesforce Guide to Certification. This is available for every single certification. But I'm going to just focus in on the designer ones. And this is available on our website. You can download it. It has got all the resources and where to find them. So we've got everything from the Trailhead modules that you need to go to for each one of the exams, to the e-learning, to the Premier learning, to if it's a video. So you've got all of that in there for each one of our certifications. And I'm just highlighting here, these are the 6 designer exams that we have: data, development, lifecycle and deployment, identity and access management, integration architecture, excuse me, integration architecture, mobile, and sharing and visibility. So it gives you the way in which to understand the basics, get the basics down first. Could be that it sends you out to a blog. It could be that it's a video for you to watch. Then it's sharpen your skills. Gets you a little more into it, into that specific program. With our ebooks that I'll show you in a minute, there's some scenarios that you can go through. So that would be to sharpen your skills. And prep and study. Most of those are going to be those certification guides that really direct you as to what is going to be on the certification exam. And the free resources. So we do have, how many people have heard of the ebooks that we have out there? Great. So there are 9 ebooks. That 10th one there is a complete resource guide. It has actually all 9 books within one. So whether you download that one or you download them individually, it's the same content. The fantastic thing here is that you have 2 sections in each book. The first section is called the Learn Materials, and there are curated links, so links out to existing content that is specifically around that topic, that domain. The second part, I'm excited about the second part because that's actually a case study on, let's say for integration, it would be an integration case study, and we provide you with the solution key for that as well. So it's a great way to really focus in on one area and then to find out what the solution key is. So that's for every book. Usually the build exercises in each book, there's 3, at least 3. I think there's 4 in 2 of them. There's 3 in each book. So if you add it up, that's a lot of practice scenarios. As well, the practice org that we have attaches to all of these ebooks as well. In April of this year, we launched our System Architect digital learning piece. And just recently, I don't know how many people have seen the application one out there? I know David has. Anyone else seen the application? That actually just came online just recently. And what these are in the same location where the ebooks are. You can download this. These are digital learning pieces, videos that walk you through the scenario. It gives you 2 folks that are actually, one is an architect and one is a learning to become an architect. And it walks you through the progression of their development and of the case. It's fantastic. Big kudos go to our curriculum development team that put this together because I've been getting rave reviews on it. And in this one here, the example, it actually has 2 to 3 cases in there, and they're a compilation of those 4 prerequisites. So instead of just, with the ebooks, you're getting just integration, the scenario based on integration. This is based on the entire 4 prerequisites. So it kind of makes the scenario a little bit longer, but it's trying to prepare you for the review board scenario. And the last one in each of these books is actually, digital learning pieces, is actually a downloadable scenario for you to practice with. And it provides you with the solution key and with a system landscape. So another great resource to make sure that you're on the right track. I want to talk to you for a second now about, used to be a fellow developer of yours, Eugenie Roldan, and his journey down the path, and that's why he's fantastic. He was a developer. What happened is Destination Success. Who has been to Destination Success, by the way? Oh, not too many. So it was our 2nd year this past March. Next year it's going to be in Washington, D.C. It's just a learning conference. And he came 2 years ago to that conference, and he was on a mission. He wanted to become a CTA. And he had his work cut out for him. He definitely put his mind to it, and this past May, he actually passed and became a CTA. So 2 years of hard work and persistence. He was committed to, to becoming a CTA. And every time I talked to him, he was, I'm working in my company, I'm actually doing hands-on integration now, I really understand it, what else can I do? He was very enthusiastic about going down the path. And every time we came out with something new as a resource, he was probably the first one to go and consume it and give us feedback. That's how we are able to produce all these great resources for you, is through feedback. So that's very important for us, is that we listen to you and listen to what you need, and we try to make sure that you have everything you need for your success. He wanted to go and solve business challenges. He really wanted to, help his company grow, and now he's actually in a position where he's mentoring others within his company and helping them, increase their value, their certifications, and how they help their company. So it really is about customer success. So he's a huge proponent. So how do you become like Eugenio? We went to our CTAs and we asked them, what are you passionate about? What makes you, what makes you want to go down the path of, all the time and effort and studying, and what makes you want to do it? Because it is a large commitment of time, of, outside of your own jobs, which you're very busy with. It's something else you've got to add on. They were passionate about it because they wanted to help solve customer problems, and they loved that. They just kind of went into it and said, okay, I'm going to fix this, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I want to fix it. So that passion that they had inside of them, that is really, part of why, I think the people that really want to become a CTA, you definitely can do it. It does take work. It takes passion. But it's really about customer success. It keeps going back to customer success. They want their customers to be happy. They want to kind of improve it. So if you want to move mountains, let's go ahead and climb this one. So the CTA, the summit. So once you get both sides of the pyramid, you get the certified application architect and you get the system architect, that enables you to submit a case and come to one of our review boards, which is in front of a panel of 3 judges. But it really is the toughest and probably most rewarding certification that we have out there. It's an elite group of architects that we have worldwide today. And it really does increase marketability, earning potential, and upward mobility. And I know you probably have lots of questions. I'm going to tell you, too, about some promotions and program updates that we have, because we're invested in your success, and we really want you to be successful. We do have right now a promotion for architect designer exams, buy 2, get 2. That offer expires the 30th of September, so if you are interested in pursuing and going down that path of getting another certification or 2 within the designer side, this is a great opportunity to just, once you buy 2, automatically you'll get a response from our operations team that will provide you with 2 additional vouchers. All the information is in our FAQs, so be sure to go there. This one here I love, because once you start having 20 certifications, you start worrying about maintenance fees, right? Who was worried about maintenance fees before? Some people were. Now it's 3, then free. So the maximum you would spend would be just for 3 certifications. Did you guys know about that? Yes? It's great. So there's no need to worry about that anymore. So again, it's another way that we were able to remove that cost barrier for you. We listen to you. We want to make it easy and simple for you to maintain your certifications and to keep getting more and to keep expanding your knowledge of the ecosystem. Because we don't want anyone with 26 to have to pay. Not yourself. Yes, I'm looking in that direction. And then finally, again, how to engage with us. Like I said throughout this presentation, we want you to engage with us. We need your feedback on new certifications. That's how we develop and decide on which ones come next. But these are the key areas you can help us with the architect program, the Salesforce Architect Success Group. For those of you that are partners, there's also the group in the partner community. Through Twitter, through Facebook, all our social media, that's how you can make a difference, is by letting us know. Okay? We want to help you on your journey, and this is, a great way in which you can develop and accelerate your developer skills and kind of add on through different certifications. And I'd love to see you all go down that track. And now I'm going to open it up for Q&A and questions. And I don't think we have a mic available, so I'll just, if you want to raise your hand, I'll repeat the question, then we can answer it that way. How many do we currently have? It's grown. Obviously, we just launched this last year. We don't really give out numbers, but I can tell you that it is growing quickly with the number of people that have attained these certifications. Yes?
So you said we can get the architect call?
Yes, all you have to do is open a case on the certification website, open a case and request a free practice org. Yes. Yes?
Those promotions which you have shown for the free
Yes.
2+2 designer certs, I understand like September is the maximum time you have to buy those 2 certs.
Yes, correct.
But when would we give exam? Is that like, I can...
It's all within the FAQs, so if you could look at just the FAQs on our website, that would be great. Oh yes, the question was, for the buy 2, get 2, how do you go about doing that, and when is the time frame for you to actually do the exam? So you have to do it within a certain, you have till the end of the year, but you have to purchase those 2. You have to purchase them first, yes. But I would definitely go to the FAQs on our website for that.
Suzanne, we have a question over here.
Oh yes, thank you, Tricia.
My question was just, you mentioned there was an event that was going to be planned for DC this year. I just missed the name of that.
Destination Success.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Yes, and I have that posted on these communities as well. So if you're not a part of the community, please join. Just ask to join and we'll accept you very quickly. And then you'll see those links on the left-hand side. Thank you.
One more, Suzanne. Hold on.
Great.
We got plenty of time, folks. Ask everything you want.
Are you publishing the slides?
Yes, I'll publish the slides.
Thanks.
That's no problem. Thank you. I will publish them in the communities, so both in the partner community as well as the success community.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you talk a little bit about the Destination Success Architect preparation and how it's going to change from the previous one to the next one? Like, are you doing more of it or same or any of it, like kind of like mock board review type stuff?
Oh, yes. So last Destination Success, we had an architect track for the first time, and we did do a mock review board, and it was hugely successful. I had probably 85 people spend the whole day with us. So that is the plan, to do it again, because it was hugely, and I think everybody, the feedback we got, David actually was there. He was,
I heard that.
but David actually, if you have a question, David was actually at Destination Success and attended that session. It was amazing to see, for you to just see how the review board works and to participate, to kind of really dive into a scenario and design something. So definitely worth it if you can make it to DC.
So it'll be probably about the same as it was last year, next year?
It's in the March timeframe next year as well.
It'll be about the same experience, you think, both years?
I think we'll probably, change it a little bit, but I have the link on our, in the communities as well. Both of those communities, it's already there. Okay, you're welcome.
The free vouchers that we'll receive from attendance here apply for any of the exams that we talked about, or limits, or?
Great question.
I can speak to that.
Go
if
ahead.
you want me. So the vouchers that you're receiving as part of your paid registration are valid for the $200 exams only. And most of the exams in the architect program are $400 exams.
Yes, there are 6 of them. There's 6 designer exams total that you can use that 2 and then 2 free.
I'm coming to you.
Great question, though. And after this, I'm available for questions afterwards, too, if we run out of time for the next session, so that's no problem.
Quick follow-up to that question. Does that apply? So, I mean, it's not based on the value amount. So let's say you take the $400 exam, want to pass the first time, but let's say it doesn't happen. $200 retake exam, that does not apply despite, okay, that would be, okay. All right, and so I just want to follow that. But my real question was, so that pyramid modeled for CTA, has somebody been on the platform for a few years and was watched as certification names changed and things reorganize, do you have a prediction how long you expect that model to stay relevant for what a CTA is, and then, you know,
That's
like
a great
what's
question.
coming?
So that CTA, that top level, has not changed. We did not change that. What was missing in the past was really that, like I said, that stepping stone approach to really make sure that you had the knowledge before you come to the CTA. So that hasn't changed. We just created this program last year, so I don't anticipate it, I'm never going to say, but you don't anticipate it changing, but safe harbor for looking statements, we don't know. Thank you.
What is the success community for the architecture program?
The Success Architect community,
Okay, yeah, is there, did I just?
it's
look
in
that
our
up on
customer
Google?
success community, so you
Okay.
can just search it in the bar and you will find it.
Okay.
You type in
Yeah.
architect, it will pop up.
Okay, and then you have to apply for membership, right?
Yes, but it's just a procedure.
Okay.
But you'll look for that, it's just a procedure. You'll look for that pyramid that is in the image right there. So you'll see the pyramid, you'll recognize it right away.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And the reason I have to request membership is if you've noticed in that community, there's a lot of admin, or test user. We really like to know who is in our community so that we can have conversations with you. So I try and don't accept you if you don't have your name in there. So we're talking to real people. Yes.
So I have a question about the new process for the CTA registration. Looks like you have to open a case.
Yes.
So does everybody get a response?
Yes, everybody gets a response. That's a question, but yes, we have recently changed the process for the CTA review board. You do have to open up a case. We then work with you to make sure that you are preparing properly, and so there's a series of events that happen, but we'll send you an email with all the information on that. There's not, when you say a long wait, we do publish a list of locations and dates available for the review board, and now with this new process that we have, everyone will get a response, and then we'll just work with you individually to see what fits best for you. It's not where you just have to click and hope that there's a spot anymore, like it used to be, where you would have to just be there at 9 o'clock Pacific and hit apply until it's. So we want to make sure that everyone has a fair chance to appear. And we'll work with you on that. Any other questions? Yes. Oh. Thank you, Tricia.
You mentioned about the application architect exam, and it's given to you when you finish all the design certificate track, right?
When you finish the 4 prerequisites, automatically you will get the application architect.
Okay, my question is about the maintenance exam. So since there's no exam, it's given to you, then what is the maintenance exam like?
There is no maintenance exam for that one. So you have to maintain the 4 prerequisites underneath. Okay. And those are only once a year, unlike our other exams that are 3 times a year, most of them. This is only 1 time a year. You'll do maintenance on the other designer exams.
Okay, so once you pass the maintenance exam for those 4 prerequisites?
For 3. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and your application architect certificate will automatically renew?
Correct.
All right, okay.
Yes, that's a great question though. I haven't been asked that question before. Maintenance on the CTA currently is Force.com developer, or, because that's retiring this year, your app builder. So making sure that you have that app builder. And then we are going to be introducing some maintenance going forward. For those of you that are on the new path with the pyramid, there will also be those prerequisites to maintain your system or your application. So you do have to maintain those.
Maintain those, but there's no maintenance for the CTA itself.
There currently is not, but we are looking to do something where we can encourage. Most of my CTAs today, they give back to the community anyways, but we're going to be looking at that different ways. Love to have your feedback on that as well. Any other questions? Oh, lots of questions. The Developer 2, that's not part of the program. The question was the Platform Developer 2. We do have the Platform Developer 1 in here, but Platform Developer 2 is really under the developer track. So that one's not part of the Architect program. But definitely something you should consider and look at.
Here's a question to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Any idea how many CTAs are out there?
I do know how many CTAs are out there. There's less than 250 in the world.
Okay.
There's less than 250. I'm the program manager. There's less than 250 in the world. That might be a typo. Okay. No problem. But we're always looking for more. Definitely, if you're interested, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any other questions that you don't want to ask in front of the crowd, catch me afterwards. I'll just stay outside. But it was a pleasure. Thank you.